Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Stacks. Y'all already know what it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. I'm here with the new hottest podcast in Nashville. Yeah, y'all heard it, Nashville. So, without further ado, who we got?
Hey, I'm Mimi.
I'm Rashad, with the AD.
What's up? I'm Shot with the OD.
Okay, so how y'all feeling? Y'all
Feeling
good?
good.
Yeah, feeling good. A little nervous, but
A little nervous. We ain't nervous, we big guns.
Don't be
You
nervous.
know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. Let's get into it. So, our topic for today is black households and the structure of a black family, old and new age. What are y'all views and feelings on it?
in what context?
Like, how do you feel about the structure in general? Like, do you think that it's changed dramatically? Do you think that it has decreased dramatically? I'm sorry.
As far as like what, two-parent household?
Two-parent households,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
for
for
sure.
sure.
I mean, I didn't even grow up in a two-parent household, feel me? And it's like, it's not a norm now, but it's more like if you find somebody who was raised in a two-parent household, it's kind of like rare, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Very unique.
It's not normal, but it's sad that it, you know what I'm saying, it's just how it is these days.
So you would say that it's important for children to grow up in a two-parent household? Do you think that's more impactful?
A child has a better
Yeah.
chance with a two-parent household.
A better chance at what? Could you elaborate?
at life and success. I
Okay.
feel like.
Yeah, well, I don't say it's important. It's definitely important for both your parents to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the luxury to have a two-parent household, and if it works out for you, then more power to you. You know what I'm saying? I've seen families when they have that, it's just more unity. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I do wish I had like that family sometimes, but you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I grew up in a two-parent household. I had my mom and my dad there, and I had a terrible childhood. So I would say that it needs to be a healthy environment,
I agree.
healthy structure, healthy communication between the parents. The relationship that the parents have needs to be healthy. They need to know how to have boundaries when, if they are having issues,
Right.
they're going to separate that from when the kids are around.
Yeah.
So while I do think it's important to have a two-parent household for children, just because you have two parents in the household doesn't mean that child is going to have a healthy childhood.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think I agree with you because I had my mom and my dad in the household, but it was so toxic, and it impacted me majorly. So I always used to hear like kids like, "Oh, you have both your parents," but I'm just like, y'all don't even know. Like, my daddy getting out of jail. My dad is a drug addict. Like, what I'm saying? I had to witness my mama, like, being, hit from my dad. My dad stealing money from my mama. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have seen as a child that I did, and I had to endure at a very young age. So, I think it's a give and take when you're talking about two-parent households.
Yeah.
I do think it's very healthy if the two adults and two parents can coexist both healthy for that child
Yeah,
and present a healthy, lifestyle and healthy communication for, let them know, how to communicate and how to, just coexist. I think that's very important.
for sure.
I grew up in I guess you can call it a one-parent home. My mom died when I was real young. My dad raised me. He was in the Army, and, life goes on. I ended up with my aunts. I had 3 different aunts. Those were my go-tos. I had an uncle and things of that nature. So I guess that's the way I look at things, the way I look at them from the outside looking in, because I don't have that,
Yeah.
But, my dad did what he did, and
Yeah.
here I am, and, I'm the man I am today.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
who I am,
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I think we can all take away from, well, I guess it really depends on the person, but if I'm speaking for myself, I'm grateful for the
Right.
terrible childhood
Oh, yeah,
because it
definitely.
made me who I am today. And I know that I'm a strong individual, and I know what type of parent not to be
Yeah.
and what not to do around my kids.
And how to be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Every situation is a learning
Yeah.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether to learn from, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Hey, this is something I should do. This is something I shouldn't do.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
So, why do y'all think there are so many single black mothers?
Well, it comes down to population.
Okay. Could you elaborate?
Yeah. So you have most of your black men, black young fathers in prison, jail,
Okay.
whatever the case may be. So therefore, there's leaving the females on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they have to do for themselves, I guess. I'm not a woman, so I don't know what they go through, but you know, I mean that's just the way I look at it.
Mhm.
There's so many of our black males locked up to where the women, you know, are by themselves.
Okay.
I want to hear from another man.
Yeah, me too. I want to hear from
Oh,
you.
well, I don't really know. I wish I knew why there was so many single parents. I don't know. I think it's a lot of ego when it goes into like people in relationships and not maybe not knowing good communication and stuff like that, and how to communicate to work things out. Because nobody wants to have a single parent or have a broken home, but sometimes it just happens, you know. I think, and then people just rushing their relationships to like just having kids too soon, or like they don't even know if they really want to be with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like just being young and dumb, that type of shit too.
Make
Make
things
things better.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Babies don't always make things better.
No, sir, they do not.
So I know whenever I have friends, I got younger friends, you know what I'm saying, who are like in like serious relationships and like they get married and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're young. I tell them just like enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Try to have as much fun with your partner as you know what I'm saying, as you can, and just you know what I'm saying. Make sure you do it right, because I feel like I feel like people have more to fight for when they're married or when there's a bigger union than just being boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? When it's boyfriend and girlfriend, you can just break up like that.
Yeah.
You take the baby this way, now we got set up visitation and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you're married, I feel like if you really give a damn about the marriage, you would want to fight for it more and want to keep the family together, as opposed to you can just break up like that. Because I know if I'm married, no, you're not finna leave me and my kid. Like, no, we finna.
Welcome to death row.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it.
Well, I do agree with OD. You know, a lot of our men are in prison or in jail. But I guess my question is, okay, what about the rest of the dudes out there?
Right.
Like, what's their excuse for not being in their child's life? Because we do have a lot of our guys out here not taking care of their seed. Regardless of what your issues are with the baby mom, there are ways around the mother to be able for you to take care of that child. I know there's a lot of guys who say, oh, she don't let me see him, she don't let me see her, she's bitter, she's this and that. But my guy, take her to court.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Take her to court. You got rights too to that child.
Yeah, you gotta earn them, but you can get them.
And if you're able to tell the judge and prove to the judge that I do this, and this for my child, that she's not letting me, you know, have a right to see my son or my daughter, the judge is going to rule in the favor of the child and what's the best interest for the child.
Right.
So that means both parents being able to have a relationship with that child, but they don't do that. So what's the excuse? There is none from in my perspective. You know, when you have a child, all that selfishness needs to go out the window, because that child didn't ask to be here. So regardless of what you went through, if you got some trauma going on, my guy, my girl, go see your therapist. Seek that stuff out, get help, write, journal, do something, but you need to be there for the child at the end of the day.
For sure.
I think that like it reverts back to that 2-parent household thing, like, you know. So my views and my takes on it is that I feel like that if the father is not in a man's life, he doesn't have an example to go off of on how to be a man and step up to that plate and know how to, like, you know how to do that.
He has no one to emulate.
Exactly. So he's just going off of either what he's, heaven forbid, what he's learning from the streets, or what the closest male to him is doing.
Or what he thinks is right.
Exactly. So I feel like that leaves women just to step up and be like, just that strong black woman stigma, like, and it sucks. And I don't like to. You can't give me an excuse. You just can't give me an excuse, because it's like I go to work. I have to work a full-time job. I'm in school full-time. I have 3 children. I have to get baths ready. I have to do homework. I have to be the therapist, the doctor, the chauffeur, and I have to do all that while being sick, while being, mentally unstable. I have to do all these things. So when a man comes and say, oh, like, I don't have time for that, or like, I can't take off work. I hate that I can't work, because it's like, what do you expect me to do? When that child is sick and I'm at work, guess who got to take off work? Me. And when that child is sick and hollering 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, guess what? Got to get up out there sleep and got to be at work at 6 o'clock, but got to take the baby to the emergency room to go seek that, like, to go help the baby. I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm very understanding too. So I hate that when I see situations like the mom is really trying and the father is just still making it so hard on top of what all the other things she has to go through,
Yeah.
So I think that, like, we gotta do better. Like, as women and men, not just the single black mamas. We got single black fathers too, and we got some deadbeat mamas. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got some deadbeat mamas, and so I'm not taking up for either side. We both need to do better, because, like, just because you had a baby don't make you a mama, don't make you a mother. Stop.
Yeah.
They don't make you. You just a person with a baby. It takes more than. Yeah. Yeah, like my mom. You just like yeah. But yeah, like, I just think that as a whole, it ain't gonna change overnight. It takes a lot of work and progress.
No.
But, like, I think that it's very. It just needs to happen. Conversations need to start happening more. Communication. You got a lot of men that don't like to communicate, don't know how to communicate. So it's like,
Don't
then
feel
That's the
safe
thing.
to
That's the
communicate
thing.
as well.
9 times out of 10, I feel like it's don't know how.
don't know how. So you don't know how to approach it.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
I also feel like, I'm not gonna like say men, but most times I hear like when people break up, most times the men are bitter, you know what I'm saying, and then they intend to take that out on the child. And I'm speaking because I used to do that shit too.
Okay.
But men have to learn how to separate the relationship from being a parent.
Yeah.
For
It's
sure.
2 totally different relationships, and I think once people grasp that, because it's like sometimes people be like, oh, the mother might hit the dad, oh, I need some money for a light bill. Well, that ain't nothing for my child. Well, yeah, it is, because if your child don't have power, then you know what I'm saying. Your mama don't have power. So what the child gonna eat if they ain't got lights?
Right. Exactly.
You have to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? You might be asking, you might not think it's for that child, but everything that money goes into the house impacts that child in some way. And people just have to learn how to separate being a parent from the relationship. Like, if y'all ain't together, it shit sucks, but it ain't got nothing to do with them kids at the end of the day.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
really
Because I had to learn that shit the hard way.
Yeah, I can respect that. And I like how you reference yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not speaking just out of, like, from like,
I wonder.
I wouldn't do it. I did this. Like, that's good kind of, I like that. Yeah, accountability.
Props for the accountability.
Yeah, because you don't see that a lot.
And also, single mothers in marriages.
Ooh.
I can speak on that one.
Care to elaborate?
So, you're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not a housewife because you work 40 plus hours a week.
Did you say single and married?
Yes, I sure did.
Single mother.
Single mother in a
marriage.
marriage, in a two-parent household.
I think that's what she said. Yeah.
Okay.
Period. Yeah, so we're both working 40 plus hours, but when you come home, you're not helping with no house chores. I'm doing all the house chores.
Ooh.
I'm taking care of the kids mainly. I'm giving the baths. I'm changing the diapers.
Cooking
I'm
dinner.
waking up. I'm making sure dinners. I get off a little bit earlier than you, so I get to cook.
Right?
I get dinner
You
ready.
said, hold on, sir.
Right? That's part of marriage? That's not part of marriage?
Hold on. Elaborate. What's the part of marriage?
What you're saying is part of marriage, right?
So, okay, listen.
I'm not saying.
Interesting. Because, so you mean to tell me what you're saying? Let me get it out. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get it out.
Okay.
So you're saying that a woman and a man, they're married.
Mhm.
So they're both working 40 plus hours a week. So you said it's a part of marriage that a woman has to come home and still do all of the responsibility.
No.
Okay,
Well,
but
that's
that's what you said.
Okay, no, I'm saying not all.
Oh.
No, but that's what you're doing, whoever was doing, that's part of marriage, yes. Not all, but part of, yes.
Part of marriage,
Yes.
to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if both partners are working full-time jobs,
Gotcha.
how do you split up those household duties?
I mean, it's going to have to be a time frame, I guess. It's going to have to, as an intersection, as of when who's ever coming in and going out, or whatever, going to work, coming from work, you know, who's ever having, hey, I get the trash this morning, or, you know, she'll get it tonight, or whatever the case may be. Or
So is that a spoken or a given?
I mean, it boils down to that relationship.
Okay.
So that means we'd have a conversation,
Tension.
compromise.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I dig that. Thank you for clearing that up.
You will.
Yeah.
Because you was
Appreciate
I know how y'all like that. Okay.
Black households,
Versus other households. So like,
white households, Hispanic households, Asian households.
what are
Indian.
the different? What are the some things you've noticed in the different structures and cultures of it? Like
And the upbringing.
Yeah, the
in
upbringing.
household.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of that comes from how your family is
Mhm.
starting off. Period. That could be whatever ethnicity you are. Period. If y'all are tight knit,
Mhm.
and then y'all like do family functions and stuff like that, then that creates a good culture for that for that family. But I mean, for the most part, I do see that other ethnicities stick more together than black people do. Some ethnicities eat a lot better. You can notice when you go to the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like racist, but you see a Hispanic person in their grocery cart, the motherfucker is full of like straight produce half the time, nothing really processed, you know what I'm saying? They eat a lot more healthier than we do. And it's not even black, it's more American than black and white. It's a very big difference.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And I feel like we have a lot to learn from other households, other cultures and ethnicities, households, especially when it comes to, you gotta get out of my house at 18.
Ooh.
You know.
18.
Yeah.
I mean, they get that long nowadays?
Oh, well, see, and look, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So like, I mean, because I've always grew up seeing that. I think I had the best of both worlds because my mom, she came and got me when I was like 6 years old. So I went from mostly poverty restricted to middle class. Like, I didn't know my father's side of the family. So I met them when I was like 6 years old. And just the difference, it's still the same race, but it was a different, just a different interaction. Like, I was so used to, getting whooped, getting yelled at, getting cussed at, called outside my name, didn't have proper shoes, I had to share panties with my, what I'm saying? So it was like, I went from that to meeting my dad's side of the family, and they're more like, what's a good word? What would you say?
I don't know, carefree or just like take
carefree,
life for what it is.
More welcoming,
yeah,
more understanding.
Yeah.
So the approach I received from them was very welcoming. So I met my cousin. He's my cousin. So I met my cousin when I was 6 years old, and I will never forget that first interaction I had with him. It was like, 'cause I was so little, so he seemed so tall. So I was just like, oh wow. And we ate dinner together at my aunt Darlene's house. We ate dinner together, and that was the first time I ever had like vegetarian food, because they're like, most of them are vegetarians. So that's the first time I had like vegetarian, but it was good, honey. It was good, and they would welcome me. Oh, you're my little cousin. And I'm just like, yeah, So, but it's a different dynamic. So it's like they were so loving, so like oh, more patient with me. Oh, I'll help you with that, and versus like do it by yourself. You gotta learn this by yourself, and you old enough to, it was different, different turnaround. So it was like I'm thankful for that right there. This experience of the two differences. I'm very thankful for that. What you think?
So I feel like it doesn't boil down. Well, I mean, so if we're putting blacks in the aspect of other nationalities, races, whatever you want to call ethnicities, whatever.
Ethnicities.
I mean, it all boils down to the home training. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's generations and generations of, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is, this is right. This is wrong. This is okay. This is not okay. I feel like each have their advantages
and disadvantages.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I think we got a lot of disadvantages.
Yeah.
We
got a lot of disadvantages.
That's how I was like, we can learn.
There's ways around them.
Yeah.
And it's even like it's not just always a black thing either. It's like an American
thing.
Yeah,
I would say that it's really
American thing. Yeah.
Because I grew up around my God family, and they're from Guatemala, and every time I was over there, I felt like I was one of them.
Yeah,
I couldn't understand what they were saying when I was little, but they would talk to me in Spanish. I'd be like, yeah,
sí.
Hola. And then I started learning more words, and they were just so loving and welcoming, and it didn't matter that I wasn't like one of them,
right?
Or like I wasn't blood or anything. And the food, like you said, it's a lot of produce. It's more healthier. It's not so much of processed foods or frozen dinners that you get out of the freezer section. You're just throwing it in the oven. It's actually
they do
homemade.
From scratch. Yeah, they do it.
But not even just that. Like my dad, he's from Somalia, so I got that side of culture too. And even with my dad, he makes everything homemade. I remember when I went to go visit him in Ohio when I was older, and I was already out of high school at this time. His wife made everything homemade, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was homemade, and it was so good, and it tasted so much better. So the food, the structure of the household,
the ways,
everything,
it's different in America.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, her parents are Caribbean, so like they wouldn't pick on me, but like they would. If I did something American, like, oh, you're so American. You know what I mean? They went out the way to let me know that what I was doing was very American, like eating out or.
Because we gonna do that. We gonna go eat something.
But did you eat today? I'm like, yeah, I had so and so. She's like, oh, you're so American. You know?
Like, excuse me. I was just trying to give me a little bite to eat. I think I like that. We good. We good together. I love y'all. We back. That was a good little break.
Back like we never left.
Never left. You know what I'm saying? We always in demand.
We here.
Yeah. Period. Let's
go. By popular demand.
Okay. That was childish. Okay. Gender roles. How y'all feel about it? Like, in and out of the home, dating. Like, speak on out. I don't know.
I love gender roles.
Do you now? Ooh.
I need them.
Speak on this, sister.
I don't, like, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want to feel masculine at all. Like, at all. I don't want to do nothing masculine.
Chuckling. Hold on. Keep going.
No, I'm agreeing. It's funny.
Don't ask me to change a tire. No, I don't want to take out the trash.
I'll cook.
I'll clean. I'll take care of the kids. I'll do all the little feminine stuff. I don't want to do anything masculine at all. I don't even want to race my boys.
Yeah, I don't. That's a good one because I don't like that either. I don't like. I think I'm like 2-3% for gender roles, and then the rest of it just like I'm not, because I think that like some things that I can do, like the trash, I can take out the trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't, like, I do it now, leave it by myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So what's the difference? Like, so I'm gonna wait, the trash right there piled up. So I'm gonna wait till you get home.
Yeah, the trash is not gonna be piled up though.
That's a man's job. No, I'm not gonna wait till you get home. No, like I'm gonna take care of that. So then when you get home, guess what? The kids are yours. Bye bye.
I'd rather take care of the kids than take out the trash.
I mean, but you still gonna do that though. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I can do that. Like, I can take out the trash. I don't mind that. Like, because I do it right by myself. Like,
that's because you're independent like that, though.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to be strong.
I don't want to be.
I want to be fragile.
Please.
I want to be weak.
I don't want to be strong. Ooh, I don't want to be strong because that's so hard, man. I do not. I want to like. I ain't gonna lie. Like I want a man. Like I want a man to be like just living his manliness, like just living that masculine energy, like just to come take my cape off. Like y'all, you know how long I've been doing this? Like since I was 17 by myself. I've been have to play the daddy, the mama, everything. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to be strong. God, please. Like
I am not one of your strongest
soldiers. Please, like
let me talk to HR.
Please let me talk to HR.
There was a problem in my job.
Let me get him on the main line right now because I'm tired of it. Like you know what I'm saying? I want a man to come in and be like, baby, I got it. I got you. I got it. And really do it, not just say it, really show it in his actions and take charge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all, I feel like that's all women want. Like, we don't want to just be like, oh, I'm going to do it. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. I want to come home, like, you know what I'm saying? And just be a woman. Like, you know, let me cook for you. Let me massage your feet. Let me rub your back. Talk to me about your day. Let me put your beard oil on. Let me put your
safe environment.
Yeah.
Something. Let me rub your head.
Let me relax you. Like I want to be in that because it's like if I'm masculine, I'm not gonna be a good companion for you. I'm not gonna like you're not gonna have no soft spot because you got to go out in the streets and go out in the world and be hard all day. Like you got to do that. So who's gonna balance? Who's gonna be that soft spot? You know what I'm saying? Like it got to balance. So
if we're both masculine, we're just gonna butt heads. Like
exactly. If we're both masculine, we're just gonna bump heads because I'ma always think I'm right. You gonna always think you're right, or like you know, I won't allow you to be a man to me. I don't think a man want that for a woman to not allow them to be a man. Like some people are like women gotta learn how to sit back and follow. Like you know what I'm saying? Just chill out. Yeah. We can't do that. We gotta. Unfortunately, we gotta step up and be there.
So you're saying both their mindsets can't be masculine to be able to. I guess have a good relationship?
No.
Y'all are gonna butt heads at some point. Y'all are not gonna be able to compromise or have a healthy. If a situation pops up and y'all need to compromise, there's gonna be a time where y'all not gonna be compromising because both of your egos are gonna get in the way because of that masculine energy. And it's not even about just a household either. Like when I'm out and me and you are on a date or something, I don't have to worry about looking behind me or looking everywhere, watching my surroundings. I can just be myself. I don't have to worry about all of these little things. I don't have to worry about getting catcalled or being scared at the gas station to go into the store.
You can't stop a cat call. You know what I'm saying? Like that's. I mean, a man doesn't know if you're single or if you're married or whatever the case may be. He just sees a good-looking woman and
I might not be able to stop it, but if you're not gonna approach me, if I got this 6-foot man next to me walking with me,
9 times out of 10, a good woman gonna stop it before a man will have to.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I think that's very true. Like I think it's how you carry yourself too. Like you know what I'm saying. Like, and it's sad to say that we even got to think like that. You know what I'm saying. Like we got to think about. Not like turning the man down at the gas station and then he do something to me because I didn't want to give him my number. Yeah. Like that's a real thing. I promise you, it's a real thing. Like men get so mad because you don't give them the time of day. So it's like, but if you see a man anywhere in her presence, you're not gonna step to her like that. No, you're not gonna do that. But that is a big fear of like single women, especially me, like single moms, like at the gas station. Like that's like we are hunted on like that. Because like we like that's a weak spot. You don't got a man right here to protect you. Like you know what I'm saying? It's sad.
That you don't even have to be single. I've been at the gas station. I'm like, I'm married. Sorry. Oh, you can't have friends. You can't have friends. He controlling like that? No, like. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you
I'm just gonna head out.
And like with me, I don't like confrontation like that. So I'll like get scared and nervous because I'm like, okay, why are you being so aggressive with me?
Yeah, that's why you gotta keep that tool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that misky tool. Cause stop playing with me. I said no.
Backpack, no, don't go to backpack.
Yeah, backpack. Yeah, because what I just told you once now, Damon. Back up. I said it with a smile now.
My boy, Damon.
Yeah, I am my boy, Damon. Cause what's going on?
I like my bitch wet.
I think
I like my bitch wet and squirming. Oh man.
I don't know. I think with gender roles though, it just depends on like the aspect of like relationships. Cause that's the only time it really comes up in play is if you're in a relationship with someone. Anyway, but I think it's like still like giving like 50, like some things that like a man's supposed to do. Like if something is broken around the house, if you have the means, if you know how to fix it, you fix it. Or if the tires need changing, you know what I'm saying? You need oil change for your girl's car or something like that. Certain things like a man should step up to the plate and do. But then like I believe like some days where like it's not just solely on the woman to like just take care of the kids sometimes, or to change a diaper, or to like cook food, or like prepare. You know, sometimes you might have to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be a specific role. It's just like more so just making sure the house moves smoothly. You know what I'm saying? And it's more so just piggybacking off whatever she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gonna be most important to her. So you just try to just aid to her helping the house move smoothly. So that's what I think.
For sure.
I think I agree with that too, and I'm also like the other side of it is like I'm real old school when it comes to like love and stuff like that. Like I feel like that a man should like pay all the bills in the house. What?
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
And let me.
I hope I can get to the point where I can pay all the bills.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
Like I can understand too in this day and age, it's gonna take two incomes to support a household. Like you know what I'm saying, but
more than that nowadays.
And this economy,
this economy, But like if we're doing good and we're well off in life, like not filthy rich, not like but we're well off. I feel like that you should, like the man should take care of all the household, like, bills. Because I look at it like, okay, you taking care of the bills, so that's a little bit more stress off of me. But guess what? I got to pay for the kids, soccer, whatever they want to do, basketball, ballet. I got to get the toilet paper for the bathroom and the guest bathroom because that, you know what I'm saying? I got to do this. So it's like, it's an even balance. But like, but sometimes it can go both ways. Like, baby, look, we hit a rough spot, so I'm gonna need you to pick up like this month. Like, but I should be able to do that because while you're paying all those bills, I have so much money saved up. So if you were to fall and you were to like something, heaven forbid, was to happen to like whoever, my husband, whatever, then I would be able to pick us back up. We wouldn't feel it. Our family would not feel none of that. Like you know what I'm saying. So, but for the most part, baby, it's yours. So do y'all think generals, like overall, do y'all think generals are important?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Totally.
So if somebody okay, so are y'all willing to compromise?
Yeah.
It's always gotta be compromised. I mean, it depends. It depends on what it is.
What it
depends.
is.
Yeah, it definitely depends on what
so
it is.
So what's the no? Like what's something that you're not gonna compromise on?
Me myself, like
I'm just saying, like
actually,
yourself or in general.
Like what do you call it? A multi-person relationship, whatever you want to call it.
Well, polyamory?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, poly.
I
Okay.
can't, so I can't. No.
You can't do that.
No.
Okay. So what's a deal breaker for you?
I don't know.
That you won't compromise. Like it's like my foot down. Like that's not gonna change.
I don't know. You can't tell me I can't smoke.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't smoke my trees, but we ain't gonna work out.
Mary Jane, gotta have them.
Don't make me kill a spider. We're getting a divorce today.
What? The what?
Don't make
Don't make me kill a spider. Don't come into the room saying, oh, there's a spider, can you kill it? I'm like, divorce. I want a divorce. Now.
Okay. So is
What's
this
yours?
like me?
You got a list, don't you?
Don't even play like it. Don't even play like it. I don't got no list, but it's like I think that one thing that I'm just right now, I'm just speak for right now.
Right.
It could change,
Right.
but anything that comes down to my children, there's no compromise on it because it's like I have to really trust you, and like to let that one, like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for right now, it's you ain't none of that. Like when it comes down to my kids.
I can't say tonight. And
Oh no. You can't say nothing. This ain't no penthouse. Like like
Who said you could come over while my kids
like that. Ooh, that's a big thing too. Like some men, they always wanna like I'm like my kids here. Oh, okay. When they sleep, hold on now, Arnold. You got somebody dip on your chin now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's very disrespectful to me too. And I'll stop talking to a man for that.
Yeah,
like if I tell you that my kids are here and you still trying to push the issue to come to my house, no. But you ain't even try to court me right. You ain't even try to take me out on a date, walk in the park, simple stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you want to come on, this ain't that type of party, baby.
We're
You can't.
we're not on that type of time.
Not definitely on that type of time. You should have called me like
Some years ago.
very like when I was like 18, 19. Like, you know what I'm saying? Called me then, cause now nah, ain't none of that. I can back up, baby. Cause I cut them off real quick.
Okay.
And exit, yeah, block.
The door.
Yeah, the door. Cause you got me messed up. So, hyper independence versus gender roles. Like, so, independent black women, independent black men, dating someone that's, so to say, alpha male, alpha female, versus someone like just expected it. Like, how do y'all view that? Like, somebody just expected it to happen. Like, as a woman, I just expect you to do everything for me. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
It depends on the relationship, because I'm not finna do everything for you in the first place. Because it's like, what were you doing before I got here?
Right.
You know
So what are the strengths that you want to see?
Power off.
Okay. What are the strengths that you want to see? I guess I wouldn't say bring to the table, but what do you want to see a woman come with? Like, of course, like own house, car, whatever. But besides that, like, what's some other things that you think that should be a strength coming into a relationship or even dating?
Her knowing herself.
Yeah, for sure.
Her knowing herself.
Okay.
You can't love somebody and not know or love yourself first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like it's a major. And that comes with time and knowing, you know, what I've gone through.
Mhm.
But if you can't, like, you feel like you can't, because you don't know what that feeling is if you don't love yourself. You know, you can try to love somebody else, but it's not going to feel the same.
Okay. So love play a big part in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I don't know. I think I'm a little different when it comes to stuff like that. Like, a lot of people say like communication is the key. It's really comprehension.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. I mean, not really, because you can communicate what you want, right? I can communicate to you that like you're a bad friend or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not you're not, but I can communicate with you. But if you're not comprehending what I'm telling you, nothing's gonna change.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You gotta be able to understand what
you gotta be able
saying.
to understand what I'm telling you, and like, you know, and willing to change that kind of behavior. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well, what if one person doesn't communicate well, the other person communicates well but doesn't comprehend well?
right. So I think it's a balance. Like, y'all got to figure out what works for, like, how do you receive things? Like, you see what I'm saying?
For
It's
sure.
how that person receives anything, communication, love, whatever it is, how they can. You gotta get to that level, and that's vice versa.
Yeah.
I think for me, like, I just try to look for somebody who's like has just a cool personality for one, and then like they can actually like hold a conversation.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Lord
like,
Jesus.
That has depth, but at the same time, a person who's not like afraid to like try new things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate people who like too closed in their own minds to like try different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that type of food. Like, like saying there's nothing against that. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But have you tried it? You know what I'm saying? It's just like just be open to learning new things. You gotta be receptive. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be one-sided and be selfish. You gotta actually put in the work to get to know the person. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't have that, I mean, you're just wasting your time.
Right.
So, in a relationship, do you think there's gender roles between the physicalness between a man and woman and the emotionalness between a man and a woman?
The intimacy?
Yeah, like, okay, for example, do you think a woman is always going to show more emotion to the man and the man's going to always show more physicalness to the woman?
I think it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
And how they show that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think that women always go off emotion.
Yeah.
That's how we
For
move.
sure. Yeah.
We move off emotion. And I think that a lot of women, like, the only thing that we can validate is our feelings, right?
Right.
That's the only thing that we can validate. You can't tell me I can't feel a certain way or how I feel, right?
Right.
But then after that, there's nothing else that we can do because we operate our feelings. So men are operated different.
They're logical.
They're more logical. Like, you know,
This makes sense to me.
yeah.
It has to make sense.
It has to make sense to a
to-
man. See, we don't operate like that. We can operate a lot of different ways, but men, they're like, just like.
So you'd say there's gender roles in the mentality as well, then?
I mean,
I mean, obviously, yes, a man can be more emotional, a woman can be more logical. But for the most part, most women are based decision making off of emotional
Yeah,
feelings,
for sure.
and most men are more logical.
Mhm.
That's kind of the gender role.
Yeah, and that plays into intimacy. Intimacy too.
Yeah.
Like like I think that a lot of things like some women don't know how to, I guess, be intimate or whatever, or a lot of men don't know how to be intimate. But intimacy is not only sex; it's other things too.
I think women know how to be intimate. I think men don't know how to be intimate without involving something sexual.
Okay.
Ain't that what intimacy is?
No.
It's gonna
See,
it's gonna lead up to sex.
Example
No.
OD.
Is it not? I mean, hey. I mean, that's.
I mean, not every time. I don't think.
I mean, no, maybe not every time, but I feel like intimacy leads to sex.
I mean,
Intimacy can be a
Intimacy
deep
is
conversation.
sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intimacy could be walking in
An
the park,
intimate
holding
conversation.
hands.
Okay.
No, not an intimate.
You can have sex with
Yeah.
someone and
Yeah.
then be intimate with someone.
Okay. How you feel? Cause you just sitting like.
About intimacy, I mean, yeah, I feel like I don't know the word I'm trying to look for though, because it's more like I think I more so mean affection. Affection and intimacy, I feel like are two different things. Because when I think of intimacy, I do still think of like more sexual things as opposed to affection. Is more so like we sitting close and we like hugged up, booed up,
Right.
or like we just touching each other type shit. Or like that's what I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
If we was just sitting here chilling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's affection.
If y'all feel like that's intimacy, then that's cool. But I feel like it's two different things.
Okay.
I feel like intimacy is like feels like sex. You know what I'm saying? Or like anything sexual. That's why I feel like it's that.
So, okay. I mean, that's how y'all feel. It's just
I kiss you on your cheek. That's affection, not intimacy.
I mean,
that's a form of intimacy.
they just proved my point, so I'm happy.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, y'all just proved a point because it don't always have to be sexual.
It doesn't though, cause
Yeah.
I mean like one of my love languages is physical touch or
Right.
whatever, and that doesn't mean we have to have sex all the
Yeah.
time.
You just
It
like to put an arm on.
Yeah, so I just like
Yeah.
to be in your presence,
Rubbing
like
your
touch
feet.
you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That mean I can come behind you and kiss you on your neck.
You said rubbing
You know what I'm
feet?
saying?
Huh?
You said rubbing feet?
Yeah,
No.
that's a form of intimacy.
That's a form of intimacy.
Y'all can have that part.
Y'all waking up together, y'all going in the bathroom, somebody's using it, somebody's brushing their teeth. That's
That's
y'all are
that's
just
deep intimacy. Right?
yeah,
Well,
that's a
that
form
is,
of
yeah.
intimacy.
I guess so.
Y'all are just
Yeah.
comfortable and
With
y'all's,
each other. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, how do y'all feel? So it's still intimacy, but how do y'all start it off? So, like, okay, so what are the branches of intimacy, right? So, for me, like, okay, for a branch of intimacy for me is foreplay, but foreplay doesn't have to be in the bedroom. It can be like in the morning type stuff, like you know what I'm saying?
ask them when
It
it
can
starts.
be
Yeah, when does it start?
So when does
I'm trying to
foreplay
figure
start?
out what form, since y'all say intimacy has
I broke it down. Like,
What
so
level
we're
of
talking about
intimacy?
foreplay. That's why I said the branch.
to lead to sex.
No.
We're talking about just strictly foreplay.
Foreplay.
Whatever you feel like foreplay is. When do you think it starts?
Yeah.
I mean,
Foreplay is before sex.
Okay.
I mean, that's that's
How do you think?
Okay.
yeah, I mean by definition, it's the beginning of sex.
Okay. Interesting. Foreplay definitely begins at the beginning of the day when we wake up.
For women though, maybe not for
us.
them.
Okay.
So if you're wanting, to get some,
Later that night,
Teach me.
you like, okay, for example, we were waking up. I need a good morning. I need a positive start to my day from you specifically. When we get home from work, we both are tired. So I need you to be more understanding, more patient, just like I'm going to be more understanding and patient with you. And then, when it's time to go to bed and you're wanting, to
I
do
foreplay.
no,
I know what y'all saying, but see, I don't do that I feel like that should come natural. I don't wake up in the
But it
morning
doesn't come
thinking about,
natural.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
sometimes it does not
Natural.
come natural. It does not.
Because if you wake up with an attitude and you taking it out
That's
on
gonna
me,
affect the whole
But see,
day.
like,
but then
I
you want to
just-
come home and bend me. No,
No.
I don't know. See, in a
No.
relationship,
Why I still hold
I
on till early this morning when I
because
woke up?
what did I do to you?
But it's
Well,
a
why
part
she
of
still
the
holding
whole.
on to it? That's what you know in the evening. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that.
So
I don't know. I just know the type of person, when I'm in a relationship, like, if I'm stressed about anything or anything I'm mad about, I'm never going to take it out on my partner or my kids. I'm going to take it out on everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to
Well, that's
my
good.
partner
That's great.
as far as, like a confidant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the person I should come to at the end of the day about everything. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to take that out on them.
But all
That's
men
just-
aren't like that though.
Yeah, they're not. Sadly.
See, I get told that I'm the opposite. I get told that I come home and take it out on them, but I don't see how.
From work.
Yeah, from work. Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, I mean,
I've always like whatever. If we're both working,
don't
once
bring
we
it home.
get through the door, all that is outside the
Unless
house.
it's like really bothering you, like you know,
and you
then we
need a
bring.
safe space
space
to
to talk,
communicate that,
yeah.
and let that out.
Yeah.
But if you're like nitpicking with me in the morning, and then maybe we're texting or something during the day while we're both at work, and you got an attitude, and then you come home and you got an attitude, and then I need to relieve, you know.
Yeah, they take out my frustrations.
You're not
And
getting
you had
better
an
from me.
attitude.
You gotta go in that bathroom and, cause
I mean, hold on, stop, pause. I wouldn't let my man do that. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care what's going on.
to you.
I mean, yeah, like I think that, but I still would make you be like, go on there and handle your business. I'm not because I'm your woman, like you know what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna bring it to your attention, like, hey, you had an attitude all day. Like, what's going on? That's because before we get in this bed, I need you to be here, cause you been somewhere else all day. Like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna bring you down, but I would never be like, go do your because what am I
But
here
if you're
for?
trying to talk to him and there's no talking to him and he's still like bickering with you, now you got an attitude. No, like
I'll still bring him down. I'm like, baby, I love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's take a shower, go to bed. Like, you know, and we don't have to do nothing. We can just leave it there. Because then it's like, when you're ready to talk, you'll come to me, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll come say something to me. But
right,
if it's
but we need to fix that. We need to handle that problem before you think you can just, because that's going to start a habit. He's going to always take his frustrations out on you and expect to still have sex with you at the end of the night.
that could be true.
So we are talking about sex?
Yeah. It just breaks. We just gonna break it down.
I mean, we started with foreplay.
We started with foreplay.
Well, first we started
So-
with intimacy, then it went to foreplay. So I
Okay,
guess we have
so
sex
next.
now.
Well, when
So-
does foreplay is always, yes, going to lead into sex.
Yeah.
But we're talking about when does foreplay
Wait,
start.
Okay.
And for most women, it's going to start whenever you two wake up
Mhm.
and
Okay, I
throughout the
Sometimes,
day.
yeah.
I guess.
Because if y'all are both in a good mood, the sex is going to be better. Now,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, makeup sex is always, good. But y'all don't want to have makeup sex every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, I feel that.
So who should start it?
Both parties.
Oh,
There's
You- that was quick.
There is no who
Both
should start
parties
it. I mean,
should start it.
It's yeah. It can go either way.
Period.
it can go either way. So I can start. You can start.
Yeah.
So do y'all like a lazy person?
No,
No, I can't.
not at all. You get
I
cut
don't
off
think
quick.
anybody likes a lazy person.
I mean, I just gotta ask. You know, I gotta ask.
You get cut off
You get cut off real quick.
real quick.
So have y'all ever had like a little? You did it and he was like, never again. Like you don't gotta worry about me no more.
Oh yeah.
I try not to be so hasty on that now because it's like if you like the person, yeah, if I like the person, you know what I'm saying? Because the first time ain't always gonna be the best time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You might not know each other, so you gotta.
Yeah.
It depends on the level of relationship. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
For me,
Okay. Cause I don't have.
I can't do it. If it ain't good, you gotta show me something. You got to start off with something that's gonna lead to something that's gonna make me want more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I feel
So
like,
with that
Nope.
being said,
but no, you cannot just be just.
and don't be
first-
promoting yourself at the beginning before we even get to that point. And
yeah,
we get to it,
and then it's like, yeah,
Then no, you
yeah.
cut off for sure.
That's what I was getting
You cut
to.
off for sure.
That's what I was
Nah.
getting to. I hate.
That's why I don't brag.
I hate a
we'll
man
see
that
what
do that.
happens.
Like, I'm gonna be all in your goods. You can't even reach the bit. Like, boy, stop that. You couldn't even get to the
top, bro.
Yeah, you at the top of the mountain. You can't even, you outside the place. You can't even get in.
That
Like,
FaceTime we had.
oh, I do all that.
Yeah.
I do all. Oh, you do? Okay,
Not
interesting.
according to the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So with that being said, like, I don't know, like, so y'all not rocking with that.
No.
Like just having that lazy, like, you know.
Like that's like one of my pet peeves right now. Like it's one of the reasons I've been single so long because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Of getting, life is too short to be having mediocre ass sex. Bro.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be fucking single.
So do y'all agree to do it on the? Does it matter if you do it on the first date, second date, third date?
It's whatever y'all comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? That's just being grown.
Okay.
It's just like that's the level of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what you like. Not what you want to do, but you know you physically attracted to a person. So if y'all end up doing it on the first date type shit, then I mean, as long as it, you know what I'm saying, y'all still have respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, or it just like I said, it just depends on the relationship. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. I try to not rush into things like too sexual too quick though. You know, because it can complicate shit.
I can get jiggy with that. I can get jiggy with that. Well, we gonna go on and close it on out. But before I go, we always gonna do a motivational quote at the end of every taping. So my message to y'all is: no matter the struggle, no matter the hardships, no matter the inequality, remember, Black excellence always prevails. You understand me?
Period.
Man and woman, you better stand up, stand 10 toes. You understand? Walking. You understand me? Don't let nobody get you down. Cause you know what I'm saying? Who else is better? Nobody.
Period.
And we out.
Yes. From the roots.